We begin by lighting our candle to remember God's light is with us wherever we are. We're in ordinary time, or the season of Pentecost. During this time, our church colours are green. Like green growing things, our faith is growing and changing even though there aren't any big festivals. During this time, we hear stories of Jesus' life and work. Filled with the Holy Spirit, Jesus went out among the people. He chose 12 disciples, his friends and helpers, to share his life and work. When Jesus went out among the people, he healed the sick. He raised the dead to new life. He brought good news to the poor. He brought hope to people who were sad or scared or lonely. And he told stories called parables to help people understand more about God. People asked, "What is God like?" And Jesus told stories to show what God is like. People asked, "What is God's kingdom like?" And Jesus said, "God's kingdom is like this. Have you ever planted seeds?" Back then, many people were farmers. They knew lots about planting seeds and helping them grow. This is wheat. Wheat grows from seeds. Wheat makes flour. Flour is used to make bread and cakes and lots of other things. Back then, growing wheat to make bread was very important. People depended on the wheat they grew to have enough to eat. So when Jesus talked about growing seeds, he was talking about something they knew and understood. Jesus said, God's kingdom is like a farmer who plants seeds in the ground and covers them with earth and then goes away. And the farmer doesn't see what happens under the ground as the seed begins to grow. The earth makes the seed grow first into a small stalk and then into a larger plant. And then, when the wheat is ready, the farmer comes and harvests it. And that's what God's kingdom is like. Jesus also said, God's kingdom is like a mustard seed. It's very small. It doesn't look like much. But if you plant it and care for it, it can grow. And it can grow into an enormous plant. A wonderful plant that makes a home for birds and insects and makes food for people. And all of that came from just that tiny mustard seed. And everyone who listened to what Jesus said wondered at what he said and wondered about what it meant. And now we're going to wonder as well. And if you want to pause the video to wonder with the people that you're with, you can do that too. I wonder what your favourite part of this story was. I wonder what the most important part of this story was. I wonder if you have ever grown anything from seeds. I wonder what you remember about that. I wonder what you might use to describe what God's kingdom is like. I wonder which part of this story is for you. I wonder if you have any questions or thoughts or ideas about the story. I wonder if there's anything in your house that you'd like to use to make something or play with this story. And we can keep wondering throughout the week. But for now, our story is finished.